Okay, well, let's get into video games. So this is your topic.
The obligatory video game topic.
Yep. This is a good one, though. I was struggling to come up with a fourth one this week.
Yeah, I thought had an idea on discussing what games originally got you into video games.
This would be a fun one to do, too, with the other guys.
Yeah.
If we have that.
That'd be one that we can bring it up again.
Mm-hmm.
And early favorites and what games do you still play on really old systems that probably should have been retired?
Definitely. I actually really like Nintendo for that reason because they just keep making them new again, so I can keep giving them my money for the games I played a long time ago.
They keep getting the money again on the next system. Next system comes out, Virtual Console comes out, here's your game again. And it works every time on me.
We could probably talk about that for hours. Well, your topic, you go first. What do you...
I think the original game I might have played is either... I'm not sure the dates... I'm not sure when did the original Game Boy come out?
Oh, the original Game Boy I think was like 88 or 86. Those two numbers are in my head.
Because I played either original Game Boy Tetris or I played Duck Hunt. I'm not sure which one's first at my aunt's house.
But did Tetris really get you into games?
I think it was more Duck Hunt. It would have been more Duck Hunt.
The game was just like, wow, games are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember playing Tetris and just being like, it's okay.
If you beat it, you get the cool song.
Yeah. That's about the music in general is iconic.
But it was I definitely played a lot of Duck Hunt when, for some reason, my aunt had a NES.
And so you would have had Mario 1 with it then, I guess?
Yep, but I did not actually play that much.
No?
Surprisingly. I don't think I had enough time to sit down.
I didn't have the Duck Hunt gun. Well, I say I didn't. My grandpa had at his he had a trailer at a ranch down in the States. And we'd go down there and ride horses and swim, basically whatever. But there was a Nintendo there, and so that's what I did. I didn't care about the horses. I didn't care about the pool or being outside in general. I just wanted to sit inside and play Nintendo all summer. And he had Mario 1, and so that was my I'm pretty sure that was my real foray into video games because I would have been, literally as young as memories can be formed.
Yeah.
Trying to play them. But at the same time, I had a friend down the street in Ladner that had Nintendo, and he had Mario 3. And those two memories are crossed in my head of which one came first. I really can't say. But either way, it was definitely Mario. It was Nintendo. And
I know
for a long time.
Started with Nintendo around Duck Hunt, and then I think it solidified probably with the Super Nintendo. I had the Donkey Kong Country.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone's played that game when they were growing up at that age.
Played it. I never owned it, though.
Yeah, I didn't own it either.
No?
I didn't own an S. I didn't own an SNES. I barely owned a Game Boy. I'm pretty sure my mom monopolized that one to play Tetris all the time.
I remember playing Game Boy with you. Didn't you have a clear one? Or was it green? It was green. Yeah,
it was green. And then, basically, my first big system that I owned for myself outside of a computer and playing like Dino Park Tycoon and Roller Coaster Tycoon was when they bought me the N64, and then it's gone from there.
Yeah, I remember when your mom rented the N64.
Yeah. With
Mario Kart, and we just played the ever-loving crap out of it.
I think she got sick of renting that system because I would request it every time there was a party or something. It's like, rent the N64.
And it was always Mario Kart. We didn't care about any other games. Because that came out in 96.
Yeah.
And so we were 9.
Mario 64. Mario Kart. What else was there? Definitely big into the Banjo-Kazooie.
Yep.
I played that. My first major memory of having a horrible, horrible migraine. I suffer migraines.
Maybe that's what triggered them.
Was gaming. Yeah. I think it was Christmas. It was actually Christmas Eve or Christmas night. And I'd just gotten Banjo-Kazooie. And I played it so much, that game. It could not drag me away from it. I had a headache already. I went into my room with the system, turned the lights out, kept playing Banjo-Kazooie until I threw up.
I think we've all damaged our bodies with video games.
It was a different level.
Yeah.
I couldn't bring myself to try and do that again.
No, my only thing similar to that is I got the flu once while playing Diddy Kong Racing. And I think a lot of people have it, but when they get the flu, my dreams are just ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And all I had was me in a Diddy Kong either a hovercraft or a plane. Doesn't matter. It was going so fast, and I was going down tracks, just in these constant dream loops, over and over, so fast, and then I would just wake up and throw up, and just sweating. It was just a terrible time.
I don't think I have a whole bunch of fever. I've never really had a big fever problem.
Oh, it was horrible. I still have that habit. Like I had a flu last year, and that day, the worst day of it, I was stacking boxes. Like I had just tons and tons of boxes of repetitive tasks at work. And all night long, I was stacking boxes in my dreams, waking up and throwing up in a sweat. It was horrible. So if I play video games, it doesn't matter what I do. If I have a flu and I'm doing anything, that's
you have
gonna
very
be
vivid dreams.
It's gonna be a round circular dream of vomit. It's just terrible.
I've gotten into other games over the years. Early on, there would have been a fair amount of PC gaming.
I never did that ever.
Got into, was it Abe's Odd World, which was like a was it 2D
It was kind
game?
of a slower one, right?
You're just moving to one side.
Yeah.
2D scroller adventure game, I guess. Platformer, yeah. And then NHL. I think 98, 96 when I got into that one.
Has PC as well.
And then we kept doing that for like 5 years. Yeah.
I never got into the sports games. Mario sports.
Some of my music that I still listen to today came from early NHL games.
Nice. Yeah, back in the day, my uncle had a Sega. I guess it was a Genesis. And he had the old Atari, actually. On the Atari, I could barely remember. Maybe those are my first memories of games, because those are super fuzzy memories. But I didn't play the Atari that much. But Sonic and Road Rash. I fucking loved Road Rash on the Sega Genesis. Just chains and bats whipping people as you drive by. And the races just lasted forever. At least my small child brain thought they lasted forever. I never beat a race. Not a single race. I would always eventually die. I thought that was the point, is you just go as long as you can go.
Moving into like the PlayStations and stuff like that, I didn't own a PlayStation as a child.
No.
So I didn't really get into those. I missed out on the Final Fantasy. I've never played Final Fantasy 7 by myself. I have only watched people play it.
Huh, well.
I have watched people play it 3 times.
We got another game to add to the streaming list.
That would be a good one to... Well, I could watch.
No. You play this one.
I don't want to break it.
I'm going to sit there watch and get drunk.
That's why I'm interested in the remake that they're doing on that. I have no idea how close it's going to be to the original game, though. Because they're saying it's episodic.
Sure it'll be pretty, if nothing else.
Yes, that's generally what they do well.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I've played on the PlayStation, the original, and PlayStation 2, but generally didn't get really into that. We had a friend, I think a mutual friend, Michael, who was very good at not letting you actually play the game.
I never played PlayStation with Michael. I was out before then.
Okay.
I'd given up on him before then.
Yeah, there's a couple times where I went over to play with him and then just didn't end up playing.
The only thing that him and I could play together was Game Boy, because we had our own.
That's pretty much what he needed.
Yeah. But I never owned I owned the original PlayStation eventually. I might have bought it after the GameCube came out. Why would I do that? I don't know how I have that system. I remember buying my PS2. It was almost at the end of the generation. I bought it at Costco because I wanted to play Need for Speed. Hot Pursuit 2. I just loved running from cops. Just loved it so much.
Wasn't that on the Xbox too, though?
The Xbox had Most Wanted.
Okay.
That was the Xbox 360 I'm thinking about with Most Wanted. They had the other Need for Speeds, the new ones like Underground.
Yeah,
Underground
I still
2.
remember the To the Window, to the Walls. That song is so stuck into my head just because if you were playing Underground 2, you were sitting on the screen while your car goes through a tunnel with that song playing in the background all the time. When you're doing the original Underground, actually. But yeah, my fondest movie or memory about video games would actually be on the original Xbox, Halo.
Yep.
It has directly led to lasting friendships with all of my best friends. We'd known each other before, but we didn't really connect until we were always sitting down gaming. We did very elaborate LANs.
Mm-hmm.
We would get 8 versus 8 going.
Entire houses, four different
entire houses
rooms.
full of people that normally wouldn't see each other coming over to play Halo, and we'd commute into Seattle from Vancouver to participate in tournaments, and sometimes literally just against teams from Ladner.
Yeah. Oh, was that the first one we went to where it was literally it was the end of Halo 1. I think Halo 2 might have even been out.
Halo 2, when we went down the next time, I think there was more teams.
Yeah,
but when there was one where we went down there and it was 3 teams.
And they were all
us.
Yeah. It was funny. We just paid they used to make fun of us saying we just paid them to play Halo.
We had some good my team was usually the worst, so we were generally out pretty quickly. So we sat on the computer playing StarCraft with each other.
I guess your team, you weren't on my team for that? Who was I playing with? Was I with Corey? Or you were with Corey and Evan?
Corey, Evan, and Chase.
Was it 4 players teams?
I think so.
So I must have had, I don't know who I had then. No, there were 3. It was a 3 person team because it was Andrew, Dan, and Matt. And I think it was me.
No, because Scans was on somebody's team too.
I think I was with Scans. I think I was with Scans and
I know one game, it was one I still remember because it was...
Oh, I had Chase on my team. I think it was me chasing Scans.
No, we had 4. We had 4 one game.
Are you sure?
I've had one where it was me, Corey, and either you and Chase. I think we had 4, and it was plasmas only, is what it came down to, was the deciding round. Do you remember playing?
Yeah, we won that one.
I was in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We won that game when we shouldn't have because it was plasmas only, and we actually knew how to use the plasmas.
Well, if you won and I won, we were on the same team.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure it
would have been you and me and Scans then versus like Chase, Evan, and
that
Corey.
wasn't that one. Scans was the one on the losing end because he was playing with Evan.
We had Chase then, didn't we?
Yeah.
So it was you, me, and Chase.
What about Corey? I swear it was 4.
But he was with Evan and Scans. I don't think it was 4. Well, that's
because he would have messed us
Corey
up.
Will know. We got to do this with Corey.
He was a plasma master. But on the second part of that, what old games do you still play?
Well, let me keep going back.
Oh, okay. You got some more?
I didn't even. Didn't get past my early memories of my Sonic and Road Rash. Because I remember I wanted to get some kind of a Nintendo, and I remember going to the store to finally get it. I had a paper route. The N64 was like months away from being released by the time I finally got a Super Nintendo. And when I'm in the store, the guy at the game store or whatever is trying to sell me Chrono Trigger, which is like, I don't think it's a game for a 10-year-old. I didn't know what the hell's going on. I just wanted Mario. I didn't even buy Mario. I think I had Chrono Trigger and no, I think that's the only game I had. Because I only could afford one game, and that's the one. He's like, well, this will give you the most game time. It's like, yeah, because it has like 10 endings or something. But a 10-year-old doesn't. I had no idea. I hated it. I was so upset when I got home and tried to play it. But Blockbuster was a thing. So I basically just rented games the entire Super Nintendo life. I maybe owned like 5 games. But then the N64 came out, and I regretted spending all my paper route money on Super Nintendo stuff. And I remember I'd go over to Brendan Plekis' house. You remember him?
Yep.
Because he had Mario 64. And I would just go there to play Mario 64.
I was lucky enough to own that game.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't own it for quite a while because I bought my N64 with Mario Kart. And then I think GoldenEye was pretty soon after that. And
I never really got into the GoldenEye one, which is why I thank myself that I can still play normal controls on regular games and not have problems.
Yeah, me and Corey are still broken because of GoldenEye. We still play with legacy stupid controls. But GoldenEye is what got me then into games like Time Splitters and Perfect Dark, then Time Splitters. And that's what kept me playing with people like Dan and Andrew. We kept on looking for shooters. Going from there, and then they moved to Halo, and it was like, you got to do this.
I don't even remember what triggered me getting Halo or buying an Xbox, but I'm pretty sure it was just everybody else was like, saying, "Oh, Halo's amazing."
We need people to crush in Halo. We're tired of 1v1s. We got to play some Halo. We all have it now. We all have Halo 1 on our Xbox Ones.
Oh yeah, on the Xbox Ones.
We just never play it now. We gotta.
We have an upcoming thing.
Right here, we have 5 screens we can easily play. Yeah, maybe we should get the Xbox Ones out.
We definitely should.
Play Halo 1. That'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, from that, I didn't actually get an N64 for quite a while because my oldest sister's boyfriend was trying to convince me to buy a PlayStation. And he even brought his over and all his games, which he did have Soul Blade, which was really fun. That became Soul Calibur and all that from there.
Oh, okay.
That was like the original game. Didn't convince me though. No, my mom was like trying to convince me to do it for some reason, just because he was older and was chatting her up about what I should get. Stupid 18-year-old sister's boyfriend thought he knew everything. You can't stop my paper route money. I got what I want. I continued my Nintendo fanboyism right up until Halo.
I don't think I bought anything for the N64. It was all purchased for me. Thank you, parents.
Feeding the habit. You are to blame for him today.
Everything on the Xbox was mine now.
Yeah.
For games that I still play, I would definitely say mostly Nintendo games, for the simple reason that, as you said earlier, they keep releasing it.
Yeah.
I regularly plug my Wii in just because of it's got Mario Tennis, Mario Party 2, Mario Kart, which we play over any other version of Mario Kart.
The battle's still better than any others.
It is. It's the KISS protocol.
Yeah, it's simple.
It is simple,
which makes it balanced.
Yes,
and it's just good. It's like Halo 1. Everybody had a pistol.
And this, I mean, how can you beat Skyscraper at 150 cc?
Yeah.
There, you are barely hanging on. But yeah, it's probably mainly Mario Kart and Mario Party that I go back to.
Yeah, and what I can appreciate about the re-releases is that the resolution generally gets a bump, which is really all I really care about from those games. Like, that's what makes them unplayable now, to go back and play those actual consoles, is that the resolution is just trash.
Massive jaggies.
TVs do better now at kind of smoothing things out and upscaling things a little bit, on a surface level. But yeah, as far as going back, I think the GameCube era is the easiest for me to go back to, because I felt like that generation, so that was the Xbox and the, I guess, PS2. Yeah, it would have all been that. PS2 is difficult for me. I find it doesn't look as good as the other two.
No.
But the GameCube especially, and the controller to me was perfect. Like it's
we still use
one of my
GameCube
preferred
controllers.
If they just changed a little bit about the triggers, I would use it for every console.
You look at the pros playing Smash Bros. They use GameCube controllers generally.
But it was just the standard for sure. But I didn't even think graphics needed to get better at that point.
Yeah.
Like resolution for sure, frame rates, yes. But as far as polygons and effects, I don't know. There are cool things you can do with more, but as far as like gameplay wise, I thought they were as good as they ever needed to be. In fact, now I'm playing games like Horizon and finding it weird. Just the graphics look too uncanny valley now.
Well, and the games don't need. I feel like the 1-to-1, like the facial recognition stuff that they're using in some of these games now.
Yeah,
it's not necessary.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a shortcut because they can map a person's face, so they don't have to animate it.
Yeah, well,
it just doesn't come across as the same. It just
you can never animate to make it look real, like hand animation.
Maybe they'll get there.
Well, I mean, with the facial thing, then maybe they'll get it with that technology. I can see why they're going that route, because that's probably the route to go to get it eventually real. But yeah, if you were to hand animate it, then it would just look like a video game, which I'm cool with.
I'm not sure what they did in The Last of Us, which you need to play.
Yeah, that's another one.
But that one looked perfectly fine to me. And the remaster, which is you can get on the 4.
I have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I own it.
You own it, but you haven't played it. You played Horizon over Last of Us.
Well, I kicked the habit of Destiny 2, and then Monster Hunter got into my life, and now I have a new habit to kick. Because when I'm going to play a game, I'm going to boot that up.
What else is coming out soon that I'm probably going to drag me away from Monster Hunter? Sea of Thieves is likely to drag me away from Monster Hunter.
Or is it in beta?
That's really close.
Yeah. I've seen people talking about it more and more.
Yeah, they've had multiple. They've had a beta and an open.
Okay.